paused for just a moment, maybe after a long day or when you're scrolling through old photos and thought, wow, I've come so far. But instead of celebrating, you downplay it, saying, yeah, but it's not far enough yet, or other people are doing way more. Today I'm here to tell you this. Your journey matters. The highs, the lows, the steps forward, and even the moments you felt stuck. They all count. In this episode, we're diving deep into reflection. How to truly recognize how far you've come, honor the feelings tied to the growth, and take intentional steps to keep moving forward without letting self-doubt steal the moment. Hello and welcome to And That's Okay, the podcast where we explore the ups and downs of life and remind ourselves that whatever we're feeling, it's for a reason and that's okay. I'm Lisa Renee Scott, your host and a passionate believer that every feeling matters and every step forward counts. Each week, we'll dive into real-life challenges, share relatable experiences, and offer actionable steps to help you navigate through it all. Before we jump in, I want to remind you that I'm not a licensed doctor or therapist. I'm here to share experiences and insights that have worked for me and others like me. Let's face it, growth is messy, and so are the feelings that come with it. It's the guilt of wondering if you're doing enough, the frustration of taking 2 steps forward only to feel like you're falling 1 step back. It's the quiet pride of noticing how much stronger you've become, even though no one else sees it. Think about those moments when you felt like you couldn't keep going, the heartbreak, the exhaustion, the self-doubt. Now think about how you got through them. Maybe you didn't feel brave or strong in the moment. Maybe you just felt tired, angry, even numb. And that's okay, because the feelings aren't the enemy. They're part of the story. When was the last time you let yourself feel proud or hopeful or even just relieved that you made it through? Growth doesn't mean you stop feeling hard feelings. It means we learn to honor them as part of the journey. I have a couple of examples, so maybe you can relate. A mom who recently became an empty nester feels torn. On one hand, she's proud of her kids for stepping into the world, and on the other hand, there's an ache in her chest that feels, what now? She starts journaling to process it, and through the tears, she notices something else. Hope. Hope for what's next in her chapter, and hope for what she's becoming. Here's another example. For the men out there, a man who's in his 40s feels terrified after quitting a stable job to start his own business. Fear sits in like a knot in his stomach every time he opens his bank app. But then one day, a client thanks him for the work he's done. And for the first time in months, he feels something he hasn't let himself acknowledge. He's building something real, and that feeling keeps him going. I've got 5 action steps for you today to help you connect with your journey, honor your emotions, and take intentional action for growth. Each step is designed to feel manageable, yet meaningful. Number 1, write down 3 words that describe how you feel right now and why. So here's what you have to do. Set a timer for 5 minutes. We're not going to go over. We're just going to write for 5 minutes. You're not going to worry about punctuation or grammar. It's just you writing in a journal. Today I feel blank because blank. For example, today I feel anxious because I have a big decision ahead. Or today I feel hopeful because I've been putting effort into my health. Maybe I feel tired because I've been taking on too much. This helps you not just name your feelings, but also connect with them to what's happening in your life. It's about awareness. 2, create a feelings timeline for the past year, highlighting both highs and lows. We used to do this thing at dinner, and my kids would be around the dinner table and we'd go through the highs and lows of the day. And we did that on purpose because we wanted to, one, communicate with our children, but also we wanted to see what the highs were, why they were highs, and how do we duplicate that, and what were the lows, and how could we work through those lows to turn them into highs. We're going to do the same thing. Similar. Grab a piece of paper or open up a notes app, divide the page into 2 sections, wins and challenges. Under wins, list the moments that brought you joy or pride, happiness. For each, write how you felt. For example, I started a new job, excited and hopeful. Or took my first solo trip, feeling empowered. And then under challenges, list tough moments and their associated feelings. For example, lost a close friend, feeling devastated and lost. Missed a big deadline. I'm feeling so overwhelmed and frustrated. Take 10 minutes to reflect on the mix of emotions you've experienced, reminding yourself that growth often comes through both joy and struggle. Here's number 3. Create a comfort break with intention. Choose one thing that genuinely brings you comfort. Something that soothes your body, your mind, or your soul. This could be taking a walk in nature, focusing on the sound of your steps and the rustle of the leaves and the birds and the wind going through the trees. Or maybe it's listening to your favorite calming music or a playlist and paying attention to how it shifts your mood. Set a timer for 10 to 15 minutes and fully immerse yourself in this moment of self-care. Don't multitask. Don't look at a screen. Just let yourself simply be. 4, send a specific message of gratitude to someone in your life. Think of someone who has supported or inspired you this past year. Write them a message like, I just wanted to say thank you for always being there for me this year. Your support during whatever specific moment meant so much to me. Or, I've been reflecting on my growth and I realized how much your encouragement has helped me take that leap. I'm so grateful for you. If you can't send a message, write it down in your journal. Even the act of expressing gratitude to yourself can shift your mindset. 5, write a letter to your future self. This is powerful. I've done it many times. The key is that you have to be very specific. Take 10 minutes, not worrying about punctuation or grammar. Write a letter to yourself from 1 year from now and start with, Dear future me, I'm proud of you for, fill it out. Reflect on where you hope to be emotionally, physically, or spiritually, financially. Example. Dear future me, I'm proud of you for taking small but consistent steps to prioritize your mental health. I know it wasn't easy, but you did it. You've created a life where you feel more at peace, and you deserve that. End it with something encouraging, like, no matter what challenges come, remember how strong you've already been. Feelings are like guideposts for your growth. They're not always comfortable, but they're always valid. By naming your feelings, reflecting on your journey, and taking small, intentional steps, you're honoring the path you've traveled and building a future that feels authentic to you. Take time today to lean into those steps, whether it's acknowledging how you feel, reaching out to someone who matters, or creating a moment of comfort. You're giving yourself permission to grow. And that's not just okay. It's extraordinary. So I know that was a lot. Let's restate those action steps. So I'm just going to give them to you really quick. 1, write down 3 words that describe how you feel right now. 2, create a feelings timeline for the past year. 3, schedule 10 minutes to do something that brings you comfort. 4, share your gratitude or your feelings with someone who has already supported you. And 5, leave a reminder for your future self about the steps you're going to start taking today. Each step is simple but powerful, and I can't wait to hear how they impact your journey. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of And That's Okay. I hope you found our discussion insightful and that you're leaving with some practical steps to apply in your own life. Remember, no matter what you're feeling or going through, you have feelings, and that's okay. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who might benefit from today's topic. Until next week, take care of yourself, honor your feelings, and remember, you're doing the best you can, and that's okay.